Hi everyone, it's Dan Oliver. So I have a very important message for y'all today. Einstein said you cannot solve a problem with the same mind that created it. There is a serious problem in our society today. This is a major epidemic of diseases. Now this stems from smoking. Here's a picture of a guy who's suffered from smoking and he has emphysema. So this is just the effects of smoking cigarettes. But we know that secondhand smoke is even worse than smoking itself. These are healthy lungs. Now these are a smoker's lungs. Now we know the side effects of vaping include coughing, shortness of breath, cancer, dizziness, tachycardia, difficulty concentrating, impotence, dry throat, seizures. Nicotine in vapes is addictive, we know. Chronic bronchitis, sleep disorder, nausea, headaches, substance dependence, depression, breathlessness, eye irritation. These are just some side effects of vaping. Not to mention, secondhand smoke is even worse. Now let's talk about the side effects of cigarettes. This is just a partial list. So, and again, secondhand smoke is even worse. We have respiratory health issues of lung cancer, chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, emphysema, bronchitis, asthma, increased risk of infection. We have the cancers, the lungs, the esophageal, bladder, pancreas, others, which include stroke, diabetes, infertility, immature early birth, premature aging. We have damage to the DNA. We have damage to the blood vessels and heart nerves. We have increased blood pressure. We have aneurysm, heart disease. These are just some of the things. Now, this wouldn't be a problem in theory if smokers obeyed the laws. Unfortunately, because smokers do not observe and obey the laws, we have a huge issue on our hands. Now, I am someone with highly sensitive personality, which means I feel things before the collective. I feel them very strongly and I can sense dangers. That's one of the benefits, the pros and cons of having a hypersensitive system, is we sense threats. Now the American economy, the whole American government, everything about America, it could easily collapse if the wrong things are allowed to continue. So because these smokers consistently break the law, we must change the laws themselves because they are not protecting our most vulnerable among society, which is our children, our elderly, those who have sensitive nervous systems, those who want to live a free and healthy life, free from all this crap, because ain't nobody got time for that. Okay, so we have to protect the safety of all. Therefore, we have to stop manufacturing vapes, cigarettes. We have to stop entirely because the people who are buying and using these products are breaking the law, and unfortunately, they are smoking in places that are not permitted to be smoking, which is causing a huge resource drain on the general public, the taxpayers. This is causing huge amounts of time, money to be wasted, not just by the authorities, but also by those who have to report the crimes. Now, personally, I've seen people violate this, not just in the workplace, which is affecting people who should never have to have their health and safety in jeopardy, but I've seen this in public parks as well. I've seen grown men vaping in the presence of small children. Now, not only is that morally apprehensible, it's just wrong, and the only way we can stop this is if we stop completely manufacturing and selling these products in the United States. Now, I mean, this might sound like, oh no, you're taking away our freedom. But the role of government is to protect its citizens and to protect the nation state. And if all these side effects can be prevented, why not? If you really want to have freedom to enjoy some kind of addiction, stick to sugar or go make love to your spouse or significant other. There are other ways to get your fix and feel happy without infringing upon the personal rights and freedoms of everyone else around you. Now, of course, a lot of our lawmakers and policy decision makers have unfortunately been bought out by big tobacco and lobbyists. This is totally unacceptable. So the changes are not going to come from the government. They're going to come from the people, an awakened people you guys watching this, please like this, share this with your network. That's the only way we're going to spread this message. Once again, we need to protect the workplace. We need to protect communal living. There's a lot of peace that is actually diminished just by people who would want to go to a park and enjoy on a nice sunny day, but suddenly they have to tell someone to stop smoking near their kids. That's really not the way I want to spend my days for the rest of my life. I don't want to have to be enforcing policies that should have been already enforced by local authorities. So because they have not respected the law time and again, they've shown that they actually have it's like overcome their mind. They're almost like a zombie, and they actually are intentionally trying to do what is called wearing, or kind of, desensitizing the public to their actual deceptions and misdeeds, which is, they think that if I just vape around kids or if I just smoke around kids, eventually no one will care, and eventually they'll become consumers of these products as well. But that's disgusting. That is not acceptable for a free and healthy life. We will no longer tolerate this whatsoever, even though, I'm sorry, Big Tobacco and Big Vape, yes, this will hurt your profits, and the sick care system will no longer be able to benefit from all these diseases that they can treat. Because we're going to reverse this. Remember, like this and share this to your networks. Okay, so what are the solutions? We need to help these people who are victims of these toxic chemicals and products, right? So once we stop selling and manufacturing these products in the United States, we can rehabilitate these victims who have a huge, collection of diseases. We can start to treat these. We can start to reinvest our energy, time, and resources into tackling bigger issues like human trafficking and dark stuff that we can't tackle if we're kind of just trying to swat at the same issue again and again without making any progress. We're not making progress. We're kind of hitting a dead end here. We're hitting a wall. So this needs to change for the general health, and this is what people want, because people do want to live a healthy, strong life free of preventable diseases. We know that. If given the choice, everyone would want to be healthy. Who doesn't want to have a healthy, happy, peaceful life? I can't think of anyone. So thanks for tuning in. Please, once again, like, subscribe, share this with your network. And let your senators know, write your congressmen. This needs to be a total change from the federal government. We can increase the lifespans of everyone. We can increase the quality of life. This is totally preventable. We need to set an example for the children of what a healthy life looks like. And we can't do that at the lower consciousness that we've been living at. We need to make some changes. Change is never easy. But that's what the American dream is all about, right? It's about slow incremental improvements, and we will not tolerate this. We will not tolerate our laws being broken and just nonchalantly disregarded. It undermines the authority of the state. It undermines the authority of the police, and it puts citizens at risk. It also creates undue biological warfare on the human body. That's what it is. It's biological warfare because it's changing the DNA expression of the individual. It's suppressing the immune system. And once again, it's creating a whole myriad of diseases. And this isn't even the full list. This is just some of the side effects and diseases. So thanks for tuning in. Peace and love. We need to eradicate Big Vape. We need to eradicate cigarettes and big tobacco. Legalized cannabis in the home is a completely different category. I'm not even going to touch on that, but we do need to eradicate big tobacco, big vape once and for all. We need to get them out of sacred spaces like grocery stores and health convenience stores. There's absolutely no place for that in a health store. Why would we want to encourage increased rates of disease? No, that's not something we can tolerate moving forward in 2025. Thank you for tuning in. Share this message. Peace and love.